freelancing muse. Enough is enough. I don't want to stay one moment longer, Euterpe made clear in a thunderous voice. I will go back to freelancing. You want to go solo? Apollon thundered back. Then go, but you won't escape the rules. Everything is better than staying here with someone whose ego is too big to fit on a whole mountain, Euterpe made clear. I know your annoying rules, and they don't scare me. Good, you have a breath to decide where to go. I have 3 breaths for that, your rules say, and you know that damn well. The muse thought about Hawaii and Kyoto, Wellington and Madagascar, and said then out loud, Vienna. I will go to Vienna. So Vienna it shall be, Apollon said firmly. Go and have some of your precious fun. I will, Euterpe said. I will have loads of fun. And with that she turned around and left. Apollon gave the little owl that was sitting in the corner above their heads a signal to follow her. Erato, we need to talk, he said to one of the other muses. How do you feel about a trip to Vienna? Vienna was shining brightly in the sun, a wonderful sight for Euterpe's eyes. She had not been in the Austrian capital for a while, but immediately heard some classical music being played on the street. The music is still here, she said proudly. It is good to be back. She made a wide dance move, playful with divine elegance, and the music of the violin player enhanced immediately. She played the Blue Danube, fitting for the moment, as this waltz might be the hymn of Vienna, as seemed surprised by her own play. The muse started dancing in front of her, and people stopped to gaze at the scene. Euterpe tapped an old lady on the shoulder, and she immediately joined her in waltzing motion with a smile on her face that made her look young. Others sped up and joined in. The violinist played like never before, and joy filled the streets. Euterpe was happy. Vienna was still waltzing to Johann's music. He had set a mark, and she was helping him doing it. She could feel him in every note, and memories came in softly like a summer's breeze. People danced happily in the muse's light. It was easy to forget that the sun would set at one point. It was the tiny owl looking at her from the windowsill of a tall building that reminded her about one of Apollon's stupid rules for freelancing muses. She needed to find someone to bemuse, a musee if you want, and that before sunset. For security reasons, he had claimed. Every rule seemed to be for security reasons, but somehow was also making going solo really hard. Coincidentally, of course. Euterpe took a look around. She would go for a musician. Vienna was full of them. She stood in front of the entry of the Albertina and looked at people walking down the street. Not much time. She liked the step of a few. As a muse, she was able to see musical talent right away. How someone walked told her everything she needed to know. There was a lovely young lady, but she kind of looked too happy. Euterpe wanted someone who needed growth desperately, a musical person that was in a bit of trouble. Oh, that young man over there looked promising. Very musical step. The head lost in problems. That seemed unsolvable. I will take him, she told the owl, and started approaching the young man.